everybody, it's Mario from Officially Loomed, and sorry I haven't made a video in like almost a week. I've just been really busy with summer reading and getting ready for school, but don't worry, I'm gonna get back in my groove in a little bit. So that's why today isn't an original design, but it is still an awesome design. This is the Lunadar by, I actually don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Loominade, like Loomy Space Nade. But her Instagram is Loominade or Loominade. A really long time ago, she asked me to make a tutorial on the Lunadar, what's it called? So I modified the bracelet just a little bit. So on the original design, the fishtail in the middle is actually zigzagged, but right here it's actually going to go straight up, and trust me, it's going to make it 100% easier for you. And I also improved the clipping a lot, so it's really clean. And here's a Lunadar bracelet. So in order to make this bracelet, like I said earlier, you're going to need a monster tail, and you are going to need a hook, a C-clip or S-clip, some rubber bands. This bracelet takes about 100 rubber bands, more or less, and that's pretty much it. So let's get started. We're going to start with our monster tail. And what we want to do is first pick one totally irrelevant color to your bracelet. These bands we are going to be cutting off later, so pick one color that you don't like or you have a lot of. And we're going to start with these. So what we want to do, we're not twisting anything, we're just going to go on this first peg to the rightmost, and then go diagonally upwards, and then you just want to go onto top two. So then we're going to grab our next same colored band and go across like that, then go up diagonally and get that last peg right here. So basically, as Jennifer from Loominade says it, they're kind of like separate islands because they are not connected. So you want to imagine them like that. So I will let you guys know when the sequence actually starts right now. So for now you're just following along, and when I tell you the sequence starts, that's when you really want to pay attention to what I'm doing. So now what we're going to do is place our triangle bands, which are going to be the fishtail and these little speckles going outwards. So you want to grab it, grab the first one, and you just want to go across like that, and then grab your hook and you want to pull it upwards to the rightmost peg, so it becomes a triangle. Okay, and then you want to grab the same color and just go upwards like that, and then you want to bring it over to this peg. So now it's an upside down triangle. Again, they're separate islands, they're not connecting each other in any way. So now we are going to place what I call the outer triangle bands, which will be only part of the perimeter, and they will not be part of the fishtail. So now we're placing the outer triangles. So you're literally placing an outer triangle. I'm using my electric glue here, and just go like that, and then grab another one and just place it again on like that. Now here's where we start hooking. It's not the sequence yet. So basically what we want to do, it's really easy, but you have to actually understand what I'm doing. So you want to just grab the bottom green band, and what you want to do is you want to bring it over all of the pegs that it's on so that it's only hanging on by that one band, and just let go. Then with the same band, well, a different band but the same color, you just want to bring it over all of those pegs and let go. So they're basically aligned, and the only thing that they are being held on by is those two triangle bands. Okay? Now that we've brought over these, we want to bring over these gold. So just bring it over that electric blue and bring this over the electric blue. We're going to leave this one alone because we want to build up 3 layers on this peg, and leave the sides alone too. Bring this one over, and right here bring this over as well, so it looks like that. So now we're going to place our outer island, or our island again, and this time we're using our real color. So this is where the color scheme starts. So only the first color was, you know, not part of the color scheme. So you want to grab a band and put it on this first peg, then stretch it onto these 4 pegs like that. Then you want to grab your next one and put it on these 2 pegs, and then you want to stretch it onto these other 2 pegs so it goes onto a total of 4 pegs. Just like that. So now what we're going to do is just bring over these ocean blues or outer triangle bands. We are not going to touch these yet because, like I said, we want to get 3 layers first before we do anything with it. So just bring over all of the ocean blues and grab the band and like diagonally put it on like that so it doesn't fall off. And you want to grab it and just pull it over. On the sides, do the same and turn it around, and you want to pull these over just like that. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to place triangle bands. So you want to grab 2 of your metallic golds, and we want to go across like that and go straight up, and then go on this 1 peg to the left and go straight up and go on those 2 pegs. So this is where the sequence starts. So the placing sequence is triangle bands, then outer triangle bands, and then the islands. And the hooking sequence is literally just 1 step. Bring over 1 band on every peg that the band that you just placed is covering. So remember that. So we're just going to bring over 1 band on the pegs that the band that we just placed is covering. So we're going to bring over this one. Right here, since there's 3, we just want to fishtail it like every single other thing. And on the sides, we haven't put a new band there, so we're just going to leave them alone and bring these over. Like that. Okay? So now we are going to place our electric blues, since the placing sequence is triangle bands, then outer bands, and then islands. So the electric blues, like I said, just go into triangles, and if I haven't said it yet, this is the sequence. So we aren't touching these because no new bands have been placed on there, and we're just bringing 1 over on where the electric blues are going over. So bring this over, and now we can bring the side band over, and so on. Leave this alone. and go ahead. Okay, so we did that. Now after the outer bands, what we do is our islands. So islands, our first band goes to the most left, diagonally up, and on the upper 2 pegs like that. Then grab your other band and put it on the bottom 2 pegs diagonally up and on the top 1 peg like that. So since these islands are on every single peg, we're going to bring 1 band over from every single peg. So just bring 1 over from every single peg. Like that. After the islands, we place triangle bands. So we're going to grab another pair of triangle bands, and just like normally, we're going to grab our first one, go straight across like that. Then what we want to do is go straight up like that to make a triangle. And then grab another one and go on that first peg, go straight up, and like that to make an upside down triangle. So now, like I said for the sequencing rule, whatever you put a new band on, you're going to bring 1 band over. So you're going to bring 1 band over on the 6 pegs, so every single peg except for the sides. Okay, so after that, what we want to do is place an outer triangle band. So just grab your electric blue and place it like that. And then place a second one like that. Following the rule, just bring 1 over on every single peg. So 6 pegs, just not bringing over 1 on these 2 middle pegs. I'm going to bring over 1 right here, and here, just like that. Then we bring over these 3. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And now after the outer bands, the pattern is that we place our islands. So you place your first one like that, and your second one across these 2 pegs like that, and you're just going to bring 1 band over every single peg. Okay, so we brought 1 over every single peg, and now repeating the process of placement. You're going to place that triangle just like that, and another one just like that. Then we're going to bring 1 over on these middle 6 pegs, and we're just going to ignore these sides. I forgot to bring over 1 right here, so let me just bring it over like that. That won't affect you guys. It's just me. Alright. I just realized my hand is probably in the way. Okay, so we brought that over. And now place the outer bands. So you want to place those 2 triangles. And now bring one over on the sides of them. Alright, so then the last step of placing or placement, you make your islands. So I'm not really explaining it considering you should probably know it by now. Now we're just going to bring one band over every single one. And last one is right here. Okay, so I'm gonna do the pattern like one more time with you guys before I do it a little bit, you know, without talking, and then I'll just fast forward. So basically you start by placing the triangle bands. So your first one goes like that, so there's 2 on the bottom and 1 on the top. And your second one is 1 on the bottom and 2 on the top. The hooking rule is always just bring 1 band over the bands that you just placed. So we bring over 1 band like that for 6 pegs. Okay? So then after the triangle bands, we place the outer triangle bands, which is the electric blue in my case. So you're following the rule, just bring over the 1 band on each side of these triangles. Oh, my hand is in the way, I'm sorry. I don't want to confuse you guys. Okay, so then when you do that, you then place your islands, which is the last band placement. Okay, so you place them like that, and you bring over 1 band on every single peg. So tail this, bring this electric blue over, and then on the sides you want to get them and once you brought 1 over on every single one, that is the pattern. Now just look at the bottom right now before I do this with, you know, without you guys, and just find these green bands and pull them like this. That's all you have to do. Don't worry, we're going to cut these off and make it look pretty afterwards, but just make sure that they're loose like that. So I'm going to do this a little bit without commentary, probably maybe, I don't know, 5 more times, and then I'll just fast forward and we will get to the clipping and we can finish the bracelet. Alright, so I will see you guys then. Okay, so at this point I have gotten to the length I want. As you can see, if I zoom out right here, you can see the length I want. This is almost exact right now. Right now, looking at it, I'm not really happy with my color choices, but it's still really nice. And we can't just take it off automatically right now. We have to end at a specific step. So, this is where the difference in clipping is. First of all, we cut this off. In Jen's tutorial, you keep this and you just clip it like that. Honestly, I don't really find that appealing, so that's why I changed it. We're going to rip this off later. And we are going to do the clipping here differently as well. So, what you want to do is you want to finish your bracelet on the step where you're placing the islands. So, I'm placing my outer triangles right now. And I'm going to just hook those over really quick. And after my outer triangles, the step is to place those islands. So, you should grab your island bands, put them on, and hook it normally, like if you were just going on, but don't put anything on after you hook the islands. So, you're just hooking one over, just like normal. Okay, so it should be your island bands on every single peg. And now in the middle, we just want to bring this bottom band. There should be two bands in the middle. You want to bring the bottom one over. So there's only one on that peg. And on the other side, do the same. Okay. So now there is only one band on every single peg, and that is your island bands. So now we're just going to clip it. So you want to bring this band and you just want to bring it over to this peg right here, and then bring this band over to the same peg and bring this one over to that same peg, just like that. Then what you want to do is bring this band over onto this middle peg, this band, and you want to stretch it over here onto the same peg. And lastly, just grab this band over here, and you can put it wherever you want, but I'm just gonna put it right there, like that. Okay? So then, once you do that, what you want to do is you want to grab another red jelly or your, the band that it is, and you want to cap it. Okay, so the way you cap it, you just go like that and you twist it on like that. You want to cap it and put both sides onto these two pegs. Yeah, you can't really see this right now. Two sides on the two pegs. Bring all of these bands, except for the cap band that you just put on, over the peg. Now on the other side, get all of those bands again and bring it over the peg. Okay. Now that it's like that, you can just transfer one of these loops and you want to put it on the same peg, so it's on the same peg in the end, like that. Alright, so we're gonna now grab that C-clip that we got in the beginning, and what we want to do is we just want to clip it. So I'm just gonna slide up, or you can slide down too. Okay, and once you know that it's clipped on, you can just take it off. So it's clipped on for sure. So I'm just going to take it off that peg like that. Now one side is clipped perfectly. Alright, so we have it like this right now. And now we have this ugly loose green band. So what are we going to do with this? What we want to do is we want to locate some bands like usual in my tutorials. First off, you want to just pull these two green bands like this, so you stretch these out and go sideways. As you can see, it's kind of like a tunnel in here if you go sideways, and you just want to put your hook inside that tunnel of bands. So there should be like 4 bands on your hook. You want to make sure that they're on your hook and just leave your hook like that. So now what we can do is we can just rip these bands off. So I'm just going to go ahead. That was loud. Okay, so I ripped them. And I have the bands on my hook now. What we're going to do is we're going to grab another of these red bands, so your island color bands. And you're going to grab one of them. And you want to cap it onto your hook. Just like that. So it's a cap band. And you want to get on your thumb. And you want to pull your hook through those 4 bands. Put it on like that. Alright, so now you have 4 sides on your hook. I use my monster tail because I think it is just easier if I go like this on the peg. So I put all the bands on there. And then with my other side, I can clip it. Okay. And take it off. So there we go. Perfectly clipped. Very clean. Alright. There's another one. Both are clipped the same way, and I think it's the best way to clip it. This is a little sample I made. Alright, I didn't clip this one, but I think these are really nice. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. You can follow me on Instagram at OfficiallyLoomed. You can also follow Jen on her Instagram at Loominade, and her YouTube at Loominade. I still don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you guys for watching. Buy shirts and bracelets on my shop. Link is always in the description. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big like because it helps a lot. And thank you guys for watching. Alright.